Hey everybody, we're gonna play the Boba list again. Two minor changes. I'm trying out Fire Magic, the new Final Fantasy card. I think it's probably pretty sweet. You can red black. You can deal. I really like the instant speed. The one mana kills a lot of stuff. Bowmasters, most stuff out of Nadu decks, that kind of thing, and being able to scale it up for two is pretty sweet too. So you can have an instant speed pyroclasm. It's probably a marginal upgrade for the deck if it is one at all. It's currently competing with like stuff like End the Festivities or Is It Staticaster. I like it more than End the Festivities because it's instant, and I like it more than Staticaster just because it costs one, not three, and you can also snap it back. So I think it has a place. I wouldn't be surprised if it's a perennial 1 to 2 in our sideboard, but that's just a that's just a little thing. And then the other thing, somewhat humorously, is Arid Mesa. I've been playing this deck for a while, and I was talking with Boba on the side, and one of the things I randomly said was, I really hate this freaking Scalding Tarn, because a lot of the time I want white, and Scalding Tarn is making me get Tundra, and I don't know, he kind of chuckled and said it's something he'd thought about too. So I guess I wasn't totally crazy. I don't know if it's good or not, but I was a little surprised to even hear him yeah, Scalding Tarn is like the worst card in the deck, or the worst land in the deck. So yeah, I'll just try Arid Mesa. These are like little minor changes that we're just screwing around with. So yeah, it's probably not gonna it's not gonna make or break the deck in any fashion. So I wouldn't worry about it too much. But right now we're just tuning at the edges. So those are my two changes for this league. I'm still running the Wrath, which honestly goes a little better with the Arid Mesa since it gives me more access to basic planes, just a touch more. It's not going to tip it either way. Like if the deck can't support the mana for Wrath of the Skies, then adding one Arid Mesa isn't suddenly going to change that. You'd probably need to add another duel, which I'm pretty unwilling to do. So we'll just plank around with this, see as it is. The Fire Magic, I'm more convinced is here to stay than the Arid Mesa. We'll see. Like Arid Mesa is better early when you can just get the planes, but I can also see Arid Mesa being awkward late when you draw it on like turn 6 or 7. It's like, well, I just need an island, and now I have this non-blue fetch. Ratashira. Yes, I would like to play first. Yeah, this is fine. So I'm just gonna play out Vista. Yeah, I'm just gonna play out Vista, rep up Spell Pierce, see what he wants to do. Well, he has a picture of Scythecat Cub, so if he actually is playing a creature deck, this hand's pretty good against it. Does not appear to be the case. I think we're probably up against a fairly vanilla, whatchamacallit, blue-black, Tempo or Reanimator. It's pretty much impossible to tell at this point. So here's what we're going to do. We're just going to plow this thing. He's probably not going to do anything worth that next turn. I'm just going to try and ponder spend my mana. Yeah. Can't keep that. Any order that shit. That's not any better, unfortunately. A wasteland is the nightmare scenario. Well, it's not a wasteland. But I'm also not sure what we're doing. So he's thinking out some options. Uh-oh, he's lost connection. Oh, he's joined. Okay. Just a temporary hiccup in the internet, I guess. The internet. Yeah, I think he's struggling with his connection. Okay, well, he's back now. Black, black. Is this that, So I can prismatic ending this. If he has days, then the question is if I force it. But I won't have to answer that question if I draw land, which I do not. So we're very much back in this blue, white, prismatic ending. So I don't think he's on the Reanimator deck. This smells more like a tempo deck. The Reanimator deck wouldn't be... I don't think the Reanimator deck would have room for that sort of creature. So I'm probably going to get Wastelanded here. So what can I do here? If I force this... The reason I'm thinking about this is I have 7 outs to get through this. Okay, I think I just let this resolve. Bowmasters is a pretty small threat. I'm about to get my land kicked out from under me, unfortunately. Yeah, okay. That's probably a good move by him. This back to basics is good one day. I can get out of this, but I need to draw lands, like, now. Okay, that is a land. So we are going to play Stoneforge Mystic. We are going to get Cryptic Coat. And we are going to pray this is enough. So it's pretty clear he doesn't have days, so another good play available to us next turn is Force of Will a whatever spell, and then if we top deck a land, we probably lock him out. If we don't, we're in the shit again. Petty Theft. So do I care about this? No, not really. So if I draw a land here, I can back to basics and likely win. If I don't, then I'm still in trouble. I just need lands. Okay, so that's something. I think I just prismatic ending this and just keep going. Blue, brainstorm, yeah. Boy, I wish I had one of those. I wouldn't know the feeling. So, back to basics, awful land is still very much a live out. You know, we'll just have to see what develops. The deck just has to, you know, cooperate. This deck doesn't get wastelanded often, but often when it does, it's pretty backbreaking. Like, I can't help but feel that if I had drawn any land but a Tundra and I still have 3 lands under me, this game is kind of over. So I can't block this, and it's going to build up value like crazy, so I'm just going to pitch here. I'm just going to strand him with a 1/1. If I can draw a land here, once again, I can cut him off black. It's kind of... It's not ideal, but this is going to hurt him more than it hurts me, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, okay, cool. So now he's cut off black. He's going to have a hard time casting that Brazen Borrower. Well, less so now. He can get another black, but it's going to be costly. Oh, wait. For Misty Rainforest? What? How do you get Swamp off Misty Rainforest? That's so... what? Okay, he got islands, so I'm just fucking bugging out right now. Okay. So this Tameo might be kind of a problem. So I'm just gonna put this Stoneforge in. And we're gonna get Cauldron, and we're gonna make it really awkward for him to flip this Tameo. So he's got 2 cards. He's probably going to brains. So he's going to ponder. Okay. Cool. So he's probably looking for a way to kill this Stoneforge. Because you can't really progress as long as that's around. Tamio tokens sound good on paper. But the problem is that's basically a whole turn cycle he's having to do to develop it. Whatever it is, he doesn't want to shuffle, though. Which is always on the scarier side of things that can happen. So what are we doing? Black Thoughtseize. Okay, so he just sees a grit full of whatever, and now I'm pretty sure that Stoneforge isn't dying. It's kind of pick your own adventure. They're all bad for Tamio. You're not going to be able to flip her successfully. And I don't know what the take is right now. Okay, it's just Cauldron. Sure. Like, none of these things are great for him to see. So next turn, I can ponder. I'm just going to ponder here because I want to land. Okay. Okay, well, thank you, finally. So after this, I don't even necessarily care about. You know what, I'm just going to get rid of this while I can. I can already cast Cryptic Coat, so I'm not even like that worried about it. I feel very in control, and the way that I lose this game is that if something fucking weird happens with Tamio, and I'm not getting pecked to death by a 1/1 anytime soon, so I feel pretty secure in doing that. So he's going to ponder. So, cards I'm afraid of. Kaito is probably a little bit worrying. What else is worrying? I could see a big Murktide Regent being a problem, but that's easier said than done from where he is right now. He could cast it, but it would definitely take a lot of shit out from under him. God, I've gotten to turn 8, and I only have 1 land. I only have this many lands. Yeesh. I'm due. Come on. He doesn't use the ability again. Okay. So we can't ninjutsu. I think I just take it because he's signaling he has another Bowmaster, which is a way to kill it. The only reason I would have blocked there is if he had Kaito, but he doesn't have the blue open. He doesn't have 3 mana to do it, so it's irrelevant. Okay, yeah, I think I just pass with this. Then I have Batterskull Cryptic Coat ready. So he's thinking about something at my end step. Black. Okay, he's just drawing, sure. Okay, cool. Brainstorm, okay. Rat Hashira. I don't know what he's digging for as an out. Maybe it's like another Thoughtseize to try and take 1 more equipment out of my hand. I could see that. Catacombs gets him something. So he could be building up to a big Regent next turn, which I don't necessarily love. I'm just going to put Batterskull into play. I'm pretty interested in gaining some life if I can. And Cryptic Coat is cheaper to deploy as well. Like if he kills a Stoneforge, I can put in Cryptic Coat and on my own and not have a problem. So I think I'm safe to ponder here. Even if he puts in Bowmaster, I can still blink in Cryptic Coat. And because this is a Verdant Catacombs, he's going to have to get a non-basic to do it. So, yeah, just getting pinged once or whatever to ponder, that seems fine to me. Are you going to do it? Yeah, sure. Yeah, so this actually doesn't matter that much. I'm just gonna put this in. Planes. See, like, he had to spend a UC to do it, and now it's like all he got out of it was like another small body. So he's gonna ping the Stoneforge, and now the Stoneforge like barely even matters because she's done her job. These cards are all pretty bad. I will take a Jace because that is a way to answer Murktide Regent, which is potentially how I lose. No, I won't. He gets a trigger. That's fine. That's fine. But like, I feel very comfortable right now. Like, Jace just unsummoning the Orc Army token is fine to me. Because there's a lot of stuff. I think people get kind of tunnel visioned on Jace being like, well, if you're not brainstorming, he's bad. But like in this situation, think of the things he can do. Like, even if I'm not just going to win, right? I can Jace bounce the Orc Army. I can Jace +2. And now like any Murktide regions that he wants to play are looking kind of rough. There's a lot of stuff that Jace does. And I don't agree with that Bowmaster, or maybe that was his only option. But I mean, you saw how much it costed him. I mean, he took a lot of lands out of play to do that for a pretty marginal benefit. All he did was kill Stoneforge Mystic, card that like barely matters. Okay, so he's gonna Thoughtseize. So we're just gonna be a little bit gridlocked here. That's fine. I mean, I feel like I'm very far ahead right now, so I'm not like whatever I am, I'm not panicked right now. We're just gonna get Island. Okay. So can't actually block anything. So I'm gonna. So that's gonna put him to 6. 6 guaranteed, and then next turn I'm gonna leave this as an unknown for him to think about. And then next turn he may think that if I kill the Germ token, I'm squared away. But I can play the 5th island then and then equip. I'm not going to give him that information, though, so I'm just going to make him think I have a spell. He's probably going to throw... He's debating whether he wants to throw the token or the Bowmaster in front of it, I think. Because of the ward, it's going to be really hard for him to get rid of this Cloak token next turn and this. It would have to be, like, a Fatal Push plus some kind of Edict effect to actually clear everything out. Okay. So that's kind of interesting because he's definitely committing to the I'm going to win next turn line. So yeah, that's odd. I mean, he could maybe Kaito. Now he can't Kaito. He's just dead to this Cloak token. I don't even have to spend the 5. Yeah, okay. Cool. Okay, so on the tempo build, I like this stuff. Wrath of the Skies is probably fine. I don't like these. Spell Pierce is probably pretty bad too. So red blasts are going to be great for Kaido. I have to assume he has them. Fire magic is good. Rathalos guys can just, clear out a board just fine. Yeah, this is fine. If he I can't imagine he has the reanimator line based on the cards that I've seen. But if he does, then bravo, you got me, I guess. But yeah, I think we might see Fire Magic come in pretty big here, because the Fire Magic is going to be able to hit most of the threats out of his deck, except for maybe those black Lurgoyfs. But yeah. It is 14 minutes, plenty of time for him. I mean, I don't love it. I wish I kind of had some more proactive removal in this hand, but that simply is what it is. Okay, so he's just going to do that. So Arid Mesa, I mean, it's not a meaningful upgrade in this hand, obviously, just because of how stacked I am with lands, but, the ability to fetch white is nice. So, okay, these are all good cards. Prismatic and Red Blast are kind of interchangeable, although Red Blast is only really good against Tamio, and Prismatic Ending does the same, so I'll just take the Red Blast and hide the more valuable card. It barely matters because Snap gets it all back, so we're pretty good on removal right now. Okay, so he's gonna Tamio, sure. So I'm gonna play this one. It's pretty non-committal. If he wants to attack and generate a token, that's fine. Yeah, sure. Okay, cool. Cool. Yeah, that's fine. Did he mulligan? Wasteland. Yeah, so he mulliganed. Okay. I was gonna say, he looks a little low on cards right now. Alright, I'm just gonna fetch here. Yeah, okay. I'm just gonna pass. He's gonna draw. Okay, cool. I think I'm gonna cast Stress down here. Try and turn off this Tamio's ability to make more tokens. And then, yeah, what the hell? I'll just try and Red Blast it, because you can't flip it anymore. I probably should have done this last turn, but if he wants a daze, he can. It's not a big deal. I have enough answers to this. If he dazes, then I'm more open for a Jace next turn, but he doesn't have anything. Okay. So he's probably not Bowmastering this turn. Okay, so he's just passing. Sure. I feel like he dazes there if he can. So I'm just going to cast Jace here and see what he wants to do. Yeah. Okay. So here's this Jace. Force of Negation? Yeah, okay, cool. So he plays Force of Negation. That's fine. So what does he have? I'm reading a couple Bowmasters. So I'll just put that there. When he Bowmasters, I'm probably going to Brainstorm. I feel like it's a when, not if he goes for this stupid Bowmaster. Blue, black. Yeah, okay. So there's one. Here's a bow. Here's a Brainstorm. Okay, cool. I can put this back. I feel like these Brainstorms are only getting worse. So I'm just going to crack fetch again and cast the other one. Planes. So my mana's pretty rolled up right now. Okay. That Caldra's not ideal, but it's not the end of the world. Put Cauldra under Swords to Plowshares. I don't think he can clear it out. I mean, it's not really even that he can. This is a tempo deck that's now finding itself against like 4 white removal spells and Swords and Snapcaster Mage. So the issue with this is going to be that if he has Kaido, and I think it's pretty likely he does, we might be in a bit of trouble. I can still Snap Red Blast it, which is nice. But I am probably going to plow the Bowmaster so he at least has to pick up the token. So I'm just going to plow this thing. And then if he's going to Kaito, he's going to Kaito. There's nothing I can do. Okay. Okay, no Kaito. It's always nice. Sure. So I can get a pretty clean exchange here. I can Snap Plow and then take out the Orc Army. So I think I'm going to go for that. Next turn's draw is pretty miserable, unfortunately. Snapcaster Mage. You normally you wouldn't care about these bodies, but the reality of Bowmaster being what it is, or not Bowmaster, Kaido being in the format means like you kind of have to take all these little angles to clear out as many bodies as you can. He hasn't showed me Kaido, but also I think it would be pretty hard for me to believe that there isn't one. What is this? Just a hard cast force. Okay, cool. So we're just gonna try that again. Snapcaster Mage. Jeez, okay. Well, I mean, if he's going to commit that far into it, then fine. We're just fine. I mean, at this point, having the Kaido doesn't really even matter because he can just hard cast it. So I guess it is what it is, but I'm kind of surprised to see him blow that many cards on it. So what did he pitch? He pitched Murktide and Bone. He hardcast one, pitched Murktide to the other. Okay, that's the score. All right, so he doesn't have anything. Big card? Come on. All right, well, there you go. So that's 6 cards, so I'm like 1 card away from casting Cauldra. Yeah, okay, cool. Oh no, is he doing something? Don't do it. Okay, he didn't do it. Good. Okay, that's pretty good. Stoneforge Mystic. So what we're going to do is we're going to get Cryptic Coat and make him think that there's no point in killing the Stoneforge. Because, I mean, I'm just going to cast the thing that I got off it. And then with luck, I can just put Cauldra into play. Okay. Cool. Cool. Oh no, there's Fire Magic! Guess I'm not testing that card this round. So what is this, like a Fatal Push or something? Okay, so he's not buying my cheap story, but I mean, still getting him to kill a Stoneforge Mystic and just playing out the Cryptic Coat is pretty disgusting. Oh, wow. Yeah, okay, he's going all in on killing this thing. Yeah, that's a common mistake. People usually think this is just a token, but it's not. It's a face down card. So that's a pretty easy one to fuck up. I've seen that before. This is also why this card doesn't go well with Containment Priest, because Containment Priest stops creatures that you don't cast from coming into play, um, or non-token creatures. And this being a non-token, Containment Priest will stop it. So if you play Cryptic Coat while Containment Priest is in play, you'll just have a Cryptic Coat, and you'll exile the top card of your library. So he's living off the top. He's got... So Murktide Regent's pretty scary. He's got a Kaido. Okay. So he can't attack. Kaido's a pretty good one, though. He can't attack because he's summoning sick. So he's probably going to, what, +1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So if I draw a land next turn, I just kill it. He's probably wondering if he can stun it. So this is where the ward comes in pretty big. But yeah, he's probably wondering if he can like stun this thing somehow. It is going to start drawing him cards, but it is going to be a bit of a nightmare for him to deal with. Okay, cool. So he's just going the plus route. That's fine. Okay, so if we draw land, I think we just win. We don't. Okay, so what can we do? If I prismatic ending that... I think I want to chase. No. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to attack Kaido. Blue, red. I'm going to return this to my hand. And then I don't want any blockers in front of him, so I can just kill this Kaido next turn. So I'm going to get another island. Here it is again. It's under there. Okay, cool. That's not a card I wanted. So I mostly don't want a blocker in front of my 2/2. So now this Kaido is really pressured to do something, because he can still surveil, but now he has another 2/2 body in front of it, and if he didn't draw another blocker, this Kaido's gonna die. Just in combat too, which is not nothing. Yeah, okay. So he can't get out of it. Basics. Okay. Cool. That was a pretty sweet match. Yeah, so that's sort of the power of that does a really good job at highlighting the power level of Cryptic Code against Kaido. Because Kaido's ability to stun things is really powerful. But if your creatures are all warded idiots that can't be blocked, then suddenly it starts looking not very good. Yeah, he can like draw cards and all that, but he's spending a lot of calories like defending his creature and not drawing them with Kaido. So it's, you can kind of see the clunkiness there. Okay, waiting for my opponent. I'm kind of curious how Balenciaga does in Vegas. He said he's got his ticket and he's going to play in the Friday Legacy event. So I'll be I think assuming it goes well, and when he comes back, we'll do kind of like an after action report and then play a league. Um, Clips for Life is actually going too, so they'll both be repping this deck. Um, so yeah, we'll see how they do. I couldn't make it this year, being what it is. Um, I'm I might be able to go to EW myself, but I'm kind of rolling it around in my head, and I'm not sure how excited I am about playing Magic for like 3 days. Quite honestly, that's a long flight for something that I'm like I may or may not enjoy. I love playing Magic. Don't get me wrong, but like playing Magic for 3 days and on some days like 10 rounds. If I'm actually gonna if we're actually serious about making a deep run, and if I'm gonna use vacation time, buy a plane ticket and all that, like I don't know if I wouldn't be serious. And then like Pittsburgh is also, let's face it, it's just not Vegas. So if I do scrub out early, it's like I'm just stranded in Pittsburgh, which may or may not be desirable. Okay. Yeah, sure. Counter spells, removal. This seems fine. Misty. Could be anything. So we're just gonna have as generic of a start as possible. I like this counterbalance. I can try for that next turn, and another force probably wouldn't go amiss. We'll try this. I'm gonna have to draw that other land beneath this, which is kind of unfortunate. This feels like a beanstalk. No? What is this thing? What are we doing? Red, red. So it's just a ponder. Okay. I have no earthly idea what this is. Ponder. So this feels like sneak attack. I'm going to guess this is some kind of sneak attack deck here. A bauble? No. Okay, so this isn't that. I don't know what this is, but it's not that. Okay, so he sees counterbalance. So now I know there's a land beneath this, so counterbalance is on 0, which might be okay to stop a bauble, honestly. I was on the fence about whether I needed to crack this, but this feels more like tempo if he has bauble. So we're just going to put counterbalance into play, and maybe we can pull value out of a bauble. If he dazes, that's fine too. Okay, yeah, sure. No, I will not pay for it. No, go away. Sure. Okay, so he dazes. That's fine. Dazing is a cost. I know people don't. I know there's a lot of hate for daze. I kind of fell in that camp too. But the more I play this format, the more I do appreciate what daze does in it. It certainly squeezes out a lot of things. It certainly prevents a lot of. It certainly makes the format about itself, especially with the Delver Shell being the perennial, favorite of the format. But having it around isn't the worst thing either. So I think I if I could vote, I think it's just here to stay. I really don't know what this deck is, though. I continue to be confused. Okay, so it's a Cori Steelcutter deck. I'm just gonna force pitch dress down. I don't see this doing any. I don't see that dress down doing anything. Yeah, that's fine. So he's gonna force. Okay, so it's a Cori Steelcutter deck. That's not that surprising. Oh, so he doesn't even have like a follow-up. So I'm just gonna like prismatic this fucking thing, and then we're golden. So far, so good against the Cori Steelcutter deck. Donzos, get it out of here. I'm just gonna ponder. I don't even if I see another Cori Steel Cutter, he's so low on cards that I somehow doubt that he's going to be able to leverage it much. But if he does, I'm going to put these back like this and just force a Steel Cutter. Because the deck is so much worse if you don't get Steel Cutter. Like it's not even funny like how bad the deck is without Cutter. It's just like it's just a really nerfed Delver deck. That also explains the baubles because they're just like free casts. It can be hard to differentiate it sometimes just from normal Delver because normal Delver wants to run these anyway. No, I'm sorry. I think the tell is Urz's bauble. That's how you know. Yeah, because when you see both baubles, then it's that's bad. Yeah, because then you know they have to go for that kind of volume. All right, so there's absolutely nothing forcing me to do anything. So as a result, I am simply not going to do anything. So I'm going to brainstorm at end step and try and find something to do here. These two forces I don't really want. I'm just going to put these two forces back. I have enough ways to deal with the Steel Cutter, or really any other creatures that he might deploy. And I'm not interested in 2 for 1-ing myself. I can snap Brainstorm at end step and see what happens. Yeah, sure. So he's going to Brainstorm. Darcy. Yeah, sure. Okay. Cool. 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 Blue-white Snapcaster Mage. I'm just going to Brainstorm here. I'm looking for card movement. I want some cards. Get the Brainstorm. I want to start setting up future draws. Here's this Brainstorm. Okay, these are good draws. So here's where that Arid Mace is kind of aux. I probably don't need it anyway. I will take it to Fairy though. Yeah, sure. The reason I said that Arid Mace is awkward is because normally that's just another island, but in this case now it's a mountain, which I do not need at all in this matchup. And it would instead that would get me a Tundra that he's probably just gonna wasteland, and fuck, I think I just walked into a daze. Yep, just walked into a daze. Wham wham. So I let him cash in on that daze. That's an interaction that you have to be conscious of. I let him cash in a daze for no reason, so that's definitely my mistake. And I'm not even getting my Teferi either. So that's a big L for me, yo. Well, I guess I get my Teferi anyway. I'm still just going to plow this thing. Wonder what he's thinking about. Okay, then I'm just going to Stoneforge it up. I probably should have attacked first, see if he wanted to bolt the Snapcaster Mage instead, but obviously now he's just going to not do that. So we've seen, what, 1-2 days out of him, so I think it's pretty unlikely we see another one. I mean, statistically, the other 2 are still in his deck. He hasn't gotten through half of his deck yet, so it's... But it also wouldn't be the most outrageous thing for him to not. So it could have mattered a lot there if I attacked with Snap first and convinced him to blow that up instead of, what do you call it? But yeah. Cori Steel Cutter, Regent. Okay, cool. So here is where not playing that Teferi out matters a lot. Because I can do this. Blue, blue, white. Here's a Teferi. Unless you have exactly Force of Will blue card. Therefore, this is gone. Blue, white, Stoneforge Mystic. That's what's up. I'm just going to get Cauldron here because I think we're going for the Throat. I didn't attack this time because it doesn't matter with Teferi. He's not going to be able to interact. So he's going to have full information on his turn. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll just play the land out. It's probable that I'm not supposed to, just in order to whatchamacallit, in order to retain information. But I'm also kind of thinking that, hey, I might be in a situation like that where I have to hardcast Batterskull. Is this just another Murktide Regent? Yeah, okay, that's kind of nuts out. So we're gonna have to battle with this Murktide Regent, which likely okay, or I can just do that. Okay, well, hold on. Let's do this right. +1. Oh wait, no, I knew he was gonna do that because I only bounced it. Yeah. So we're just gonna keep like shrinking this thing. I thought I like killed it. I just exiled it or put it back in his hand. So yeah, okay. Now I have this. I can put the I can put the Cauldron back certainly, and I can also Prismatic Ending too, which is gonna be pretty sweet. Yeah, okay. Blue Ponder. So yeah, he's just trying to like grow his Murktide Regent really quickly. What I'm probably gonna do is end up putting Batterskull onto Snapcaster Mage and just hitting him for 6, and I think that it'll outgrow or it'll be at parity with whatever Murktide Regent he puts out, which is fine with me. I also so no, it'll trade, but still that's fine with me. So at end step, I'm just gonna brainstorm here. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I don't need 2 of these. You can just put that back. The extra land probably isn't helpful, but I also don't know what else I would do. Okay, we can just keep drawing lands. That's fine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2. Okay. 4, 5. So I'm gonna leave that open for Cori Steelcutter, perhaps. It's a prismatic ending target, but as a 5/5, that's not super threatening, unfortunately for him, and I can more or less just keep pace with it with Snapcaster Mage. Blue, red, Cori Steelcutter. Okay, cool. So I'm just going to take this opportunity to prismatic ending that thing. So you can have your monk token. Sure, that's fine. Cool, 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 cool. And then after this, it's back to basics. 1, 2, 3. And I can equip too, I think. How many bolts? 1, 2 bolts. Okay. Okay, so now he's tapped out of bolt range. This is fine. This is all fine so far. Yeah, so he's attacking to fairy. That's fine. Sure. Sure, 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 sure. 1 card in hand. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, that's 5. We're just gonna start gaining a shit ton of life here. Yep, that's fine. Back to basics. Cut him off his red sources. Yeah, okay, he's done. Okay, so this game goes a lot different when he doesn't have Cori Steelcutter, which should not be that surprising to anyone. I want to like Fire Magic, but I have a feeling that if he ever just casts his shit, then it's not really gonna matter. Cauldron seems pretty bad here. Spell Pierce is good versus that. Back to Basics is good. Dress Down seems kind of miserable. So it's like, what do we cut here? Maybe it is just some forces. So what, 3 forces? And what, we just go in like this? What do I not like? Counterbalance is probably still pretty good if I can get it down. I don't know. It feels like a weird dynamic because I'm finding myself like, hey, what if I want this Force of Will against a... Okay. Okay, so here's the bad part about Arid Mesa. I would kill for this to be a Scalding Tarn right now, because I could have an island instead of whatever this is. Because this turns off my clean Island Ponder, which I despise. So maybe I just give myself 2 turns to figure it out. I do have Force to stop their Steel Cutter, or at least take the edge off it. Okay. Well, if I don't draw land next turn, it's going to be pretty interesting. There's maybe a world where he cut out some of his wastelands once he saw what my deck was like. Okay, so this is definitely a match where Arid Mesa could cost us. Island Ponder. If he dazed it, that would be pretty fucking sick. I'm going to any order that shit. Alright. We might just lose to our inability to draw lands here. These back to basics are probably pretty bad here. So he's probably going to go for Steel Cutter, right? Yeah, okay. So we're just going to cast this pitching Snapcaster Mage. I probably should have pitched the back to basics, but yeah, that's probably entirely correct to pitch that. Alright, so we're going to Ponder again. We're going to pray to our patron deity. We will be rewarded for our whatever the fuck we have. So we're kind of building up to a Wrath of the Skies too, potentially. Okay, so it's just a Monastery Swift Spear. It's kind of an odd one to see. Just peck for 1, okay. Cool. So, Island, I'm just gonna Ponder again. Okay, so the Spell Pierce could be pretty good at stopping another Cori Steel Cutter. And this white turns on that. So Narset's probably least valuable. Pretty interested in not having this Cori Steel Cutter resolve. Although, yeah, I'm just gonna do that. Just say no to Steel Cutter, kids. It's card is pretty good. Sure. Okay. Okay. You know what? This is okay. I think I can take one more hit from this and not sweat it too much. But we are kind of getting to a point where I'm gonna have to like seriously think about actually plowing that thing. So let's cast a Brainstorm and see where we get. These are all good cards. This Red Blast is obviously uncastable. So we're gonna hang out like this, and I feel like I need to shuffle. This Wrath of the Skies can sweep up a Cori Steel Cutter token, or Cori Steel Cutter tokens in general. And I'm just gonna get Cryptic Coat here, because I'm almost positive this Stoneforge is not long for this world. Yeah, that Arid Mesa really... I haven't been punished for it yet, but I'm like 1 Wasteland away from being sent to the fucking Stone Age. And I do not like it. Okay, so Steam Vents. I wonder why he has Steam Vents and not a... Not the blue-red Scryland. That certainly seems like a choice to me. Braid. Okay, so he's just gonna kill it. Yeah, sure. I kind of would have thought you would want to kill the creature itself, but cool. That's fine. Yeah, so he's not wanting to play into Wraths if I had to guess what's going on here. So I'm probably just plowing this at this point. Yeah, okay. Yeah, so he's just head on, apply pressure to the forehead kind of thing. Yikes, okay. So we are really taking some damage here. We're gonna go to 4. Yeah, that was a lot of fucking damage. Surgical extraction. Okay, back to basics. So he's just juicing this thing up, and he's gonna like try to fucking kill me in one go with it. So he's gonna take the back to basics from my hand. I mean, as benign as trading cards in for something like that goes, I'm ultimately pretty good with that. I think I'm pretty stable. What I'm worried about is a Murktide Regent. Everything else I can deal with, although I am very much within bolt range. I do have Blue Blast to cover that, but it's not a good feeling. We'll put it that way. So he's a lightning bolt away from just murdering me straight up. Yeah, so here's the Murktide. Yeah, okay. Cool. So it's land or die pretty much, right? Land. No, that works too. Snapcaster Mage, although if one of these cards is a daze, we are kaput. Yeah, okay. Yeah, he's got it. Okay, so kind of got caught under our lands there again. Turn 7 with 3 lands never feels good. But I think I just go back in with this. I don't see a reason to change what I'm doing. You know, this Spell Pierce, I'll just trade it in for another Force. Yeah, let's do that. Oh, whoops. I don't know if that went through or not. Yeah, this seems fine. Hey, look, Arid Mesa again. So Arid Mesa didn't end up costing me that game, but you know, it very easily could have, and I guess that's one asterisk you have to put on it. It's like, yeah, the probabilities are like of you getting like a couple islands, and I think a Scalding Tarn are probably higher than you getting Arid Mesa and literally nothing else. Because this deck has like 6 islands in it, so it's definitely easier than you'd think to get put in this situation where you're like, you know, where you just need, you know, not. Where's my brain going? Where you need a basic planes. So I don't know, I'm just musing aimlessly at this point. So I am just gonna hit this thing because my other goal is to try and get Narset into play. Maybe there was an argument for just playing Stoneforge. There probably was, actually. Yeah, sure. So he's not Corying this turn, which is nice. Blue Ponder, okay. He just fucking unloaded his hand that time. I think that was also a bad surgical, but it kind of worked out. But I mean, I think that's also Boba hates seeing like people play surgical badly, and I personally think that was a bad surgical. But you know, yeah, I'm not the be all end all either. Okay, so 6 cards. Do I want to walk this Narset into a daze? No, probably not. I'll just play this Stoneforge out. I'll get Cryptic Coat. Well, I can only get Cryptic Coat. And then I can rep out. I can Force Pitch Cryptic Coat and then rep a Narset next time. Okay, so it's pretty key that he's not representing a Red Blast. So if he wants to do this, he's going to have to go down to 3 cards off of Force of Will. He doesn't know that I have this Batter Skull, which is definitely game changing. And he can no longer Lightning Bolt this Stoneforge Mystic, so he's going to have to outmuscle a Batter Skull he doesn't know about. He does have a Braid and such, though, which is not ideal. Okay, so it's just going to go through. Sweet. Just going to put up Plains in. Yeah, so I don't want to... He missed his opportunity to bolt the Stoneforge Mystic, so I'm not going to give him another one to do it. Okay, so he's just going to Steel Cutter. That's fine. So I actually hope that he plays, like... Yeah, okay, good. So he's, like, playing another land. Yep. And now he's going to, like, think he can attack. And I might have a pretty good runway to, like, find a turn to Narset here. Surprise. Have you met my Lord and Savior Batterskull? Okay, so if he has a Braid, like, right now, if he has a Braid next turn, he can blow it up, and then I have no equipment. And then I can pretty easily lose. Like, that's the fear here. If I play Narset, then... You know, I've got this Batterskull. What am I afraid of? I mean, he can only have, like, what, one Abrade, and this is going to make it harder for him to find it. Okay. I don't necessarily love walking my Narset into a Red Blast either, but if he has the Abrade, he's going to Wasteland the Volk to do it anyway, so I've talked myself into it. We're just going to Narset. If that Volk were a basic that he couldn't Wasteland, then I think the case is a lot clearer, but if he has a Braid and he just Wastelands this Volk, then I'm kind of in the shit too. Just gonna go for a Jason, just keep burying him. This Jace now represents Unsummon, which is going to be hard for him to get around. No, that's not true, because I could still pick it up in response. I just couldn't redeploy it, potentially, if he Wastelanded. So, yeah, that might be bad analysis on my part. But I guess I just put it in the here, you gotta show me you have it. Is he going to cantrip? Okay, yeah, sure. You can do that. Blue. What is this, Regent? This feels like a Regent. Okay, so there's a couple ways this goes. So 7/7 is relatively unthreatening at my current life total. I can crack back with... Okay, so he's killing her. That's fine. He's putting another Monk token in. That's okay. So if I draw another land, I just Jace. I'm probably Jacing either way, honestly. Okay. So this gives me some options. 3 cards I haven't seen a days yet. I am going to just brainstorm here, I think. Okay, cool. So I want this island. This counterbalance has probably outlived its usefulness. The question is, what do I put back? I can take a hit, so I don't necessarily need 2 removal spells, but I am interested in casting my Jace. Because this is going to have to get Mountain, and then I'm not going to have blue-blue. And even if he Force of Wills this next turn, then I just unsummon, and I'm still fine. I can take a hit here. Yeah, okay. Okay, cool. Okay, and now I'm safe from a Braid. Yeah, okay. I like this. I like this line. Sure, Darcy. That's fine. Okay, so 4/4 lifelink is still going to be a pretty big pain in the butt for him to deal with. I don't think I deploy this Jace yet. Yeah, okay, cool. Cool. So I think I still block. Sure. So what are we doing here? Nothing. Okay. Well, that's a good sign for me. So I'm just going to attack here. Okay. Cool. Wow. All right. I did not think I would get that trade. So I'm just gonna let him have his 1 monk token. I mean, I can just. I don't know if he knows about the Batter Skull trick I can do. So the Batter Skull trick is you. It's actually gonna matter a lot here, but there's a hold priority. I'll demonstrate it. So there's that. Okay, so here's the Batter Skull trick. So you activate Stoneforge Mystic, and you control priority, and then you return Batterskull to hand. So the difference being, let's say that I 1, 2, 3 return Batterskull to hand, right? In response, they bolt Stoneforge. Well, now I just have this Batterskull stranded in hand, right? So the way this is better. So I blue white, I activate, I hold priority, and in response, I put this Batterskull back in hand. Now he has no opportunity to like bolt it or anything. It's just a thing that happens. Batterskull re-enters. And if he has a lightning bolt, he's probably very disappointed right now. Petty theft. So he's gonna bounce the token. Okay. I'm at 31 life. This is fine. You know, I can afford to take a hit or two here. I mean, all that for a hit for 2, right? You know, we're okay here. We're just fine. So 1, 2. I think the play is now just to equip this, now that he can't, yeah. Because now that he can't, bolt my Stoneforge, which was the other concern, I can just glue this on and just start hitting again. Yeah, so Monk dies. And then if he doesn't kill this, next turn I can Prismatic Ending, and then I can Jace too. Sure, okay, cool. Okay. Is he gonna like double bolt this or some shit? Okay, so he's double bolting this. He's spending so many cards dealing with the Stoneforge. Like, it's not even funny. So he's down to like 1 card. So this is actually a substantial amount of damage here coming across the line. Okay, so we can try. So I can blue blast that. I wonder how much the steel cutter actually matters. So I'm going to... So I Jace, I unsummon that, I prismatic ending that, and I blue blast that. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. So I need blue and white. 1, 2, 3. Okay, I need to get an island off this. Blue, blue, white, Jace. So I'm going to unsummon that. I'm going to blue blast that. And I'm going to prismatic ending that. Is Daze your last card? No. Okay, so I likely have an untap with Jace coming my way. Yeah, okay, cool. So we're in the money. Okay, so he's probably going to flash in that Brazen Borrower, and he's going to find out that I actually do not give a fuck about that thing. And then I can return Batterskull to hand. Sure. Okay, I'm going to plow this during his turn before he draws. So if he spends mana doing something, then he has to do it on his turn. Force of negation. Okay. Well, if he just drew that, he just drew that. So Jace is going to die, but I mean, that's one less thing to worry about with Batterskull. So Jace dies. Yeah, sure, whatever. Return. Batterskull. Wow. Okay. So we're gonna take a hit for 3. I can tank it. So I don't have any more equipment left, which is sort of a problem. Right? Yeah, so I don't have Cryptic Code or Batterskull. So I have to find a way to deal 10 damage. So they're getting that forced again. Getting my Batterskull forced was not ideal. Okay, so I've got to like kill this borrower somehow. Well, it's not just kill the borrower, it's like win the game. So he's got 1 card. So we're just going to get Island. Yeah, now I'm just like, how do I actually win this? So we're going to Brainstorm here. And hopefully Brainstorm gives me something. So I just need actually straight up bodies. The Stoneforge is bad. So is this. Yeah, I'm just going to put these 2 back. I'm going to do blue Snapcaster Mage. I'm just going to do Pyroblast. Okay, cool. I'm going to blow that thing up. Okay, so now I have to like find a way to deal 10 damage, and just straight up bodies are going to start being like actual things. Okay, so that is actually pretty scary. Okay, so I think I have to block that. Yeah, okay. So he may have... Darn. Getting that Batterskull countered was pretty devastating, actually. So we're going to ponder here. Brainstorm. I will not. Just gonna keep thinning down here. The good part is he's pretty low on resources too, so those cards are probably a lot less threatening than they would initially suggest. Wow, these cards are all fucking terrible. I might lose this. I might lose this despite thinking I had it locked up. Yeah, okay. So he's just gonna like 4 me to death here. So we're actually getting pretty dangerous here. I'm gonna need to shuffle. And any like 2 spells is probably pretty devastating for me. So he's not gonna get it this time. Blue, Regent. Yeah, that's fine. I just blow that up at end step. Just some rough draws here. All right. Gonna need some good cards here pretty soon, deck. All right. It's not nothing. I feel like they both have prowess. I guess it functionally doesn't matter. So I'm just gonna hit this Monastery Swift Spear, I guess. I don't know. All right, well, if I lose this, then I lose this. All right, so I got a lot of good draws again. Gotta find them though. All right, deck, please. Counterbalance. Sure. Man, that was a lot of Force of Wills he chewed through to get this far. If I lose here, I lose here. This is the kind of game that I just... You know, I don't mind losing this kind of game. Okay, well... Maybe I don't have to Teferi. Island. Ponder. Okay. So there's a body. There's a plow. Yeah. Cool. Realistically, I don't even know, like, how I win this anymore. I'm gonna have to, like... Am I just, like, out of win conditions here? Okay. Yeah, I mean, what am I even drawing for? I feel like it's Jace, and I have to, like, +2 him a couple times. But it's quite possible I'm just gonna, like, deck here. Man, this game is a fucking ride. Stoneforge Mystic again. I'm just gonna, like, fucking peck him to death. Okay, I mean, the rest of my deck is pretty gas here. Okay, well, that got countered. What was it? Prismatic Vista? Oh no! Yeah, that does it. Okay. Yep. Yeah, getting that Battle Soul countered was brutal. Alright. This will probably be my last match of the night. I feel like I had that one, but... Nah. Yeah. I don't know if I would have done anything differently. I'll have to go back and watch it. Thought maybe for a second I could pull that one out. Not today, though. Wakame. Yeah, this is fine. He's on the play, sure. You see how original. Tamio. Yeah, I think I just plow it here. I have the forces to spare. If he dazes, then I just do Stoneforge Mystic. Okay, yeah, that's fine. So Stoneforge Mystic can crush it another way, which is to say Stoneforge Mystic can crush her in combat with just a Cauldra, and I have enough forces to jam that through if he really decides I'm just gonna go like all in on this fucking Tamio. Which he might. I mean, I don't know. He took the daze, so that's fine. Okay. So we are gonna play Stoneforge now. Stoneforge. Yes. And I will take Cauldron Complete. So I would probably force a removal spell here, because I don't have another answer to Tamio in my hand. And he clearly doesn't have daze, or he would have done it here. Oh, it's like Esper or something. Okay. Lotus Petal. Whoa. 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 What are we doing? Prismatic Ending? Fairy. Yeah, we're not. I ain't playing that. I ain't playing with that shit. Okay, so he has Teferi, so that makes me value Stoneforge a little less. He's down to 2 cards. I'm just gonna gas pedal him. We're gonna fucking put our pedal to the metal here. We're just gonna attack. So what is the pedal for? Is he like... Is this one of those weird control decks that like is trying to play Lotus Petal like turbo out 3 drops like Teferi? If so, that seems fairly... I don't know, it's not something I would do. What is this? White, green, draw a card, sure. Yeah, I mean, he's gonna find out that, like, you can flip this, but it just dies, so, like, sure. Okay, cool. Knock yourself out. Another Tamio. Okay. So we're just gonna clear both these things out. Just gonna get an island and out a bit. Oh, or I could just do that. Dealer's choice. I'm just gonna get rid of this while I can. No harm in it. Alright, force Force blue card back up. I'm feeling pretty comfortable right now. 2 cards. All right, so we're just going to be swinging for the fences here. Probably kill him in 2 turns or something. Six. So that'll put him to 8. So I actually have lethal next turn if I flash into Snapcaster Mage. That might be a bit aggressive though. So did he put it on top? Yeah, sure, just draw a card. Okay. Okay. Draws a card again. 5 cards. Street Wraith. What on earth are we doing over there? 4 cards. Brainstorm. We are now dead on board if we don't have an answer. Yeah, okay. Street Wraith, Lotus Petal, Teferi, Daze, Tameo. Drop 2? Man, I kind of don't know what this deck is trying to do. This Street Wraith is like throwing me off. Like, is this some like... It's not a Beanstalk deck. Okay. I mean, it's just another generic tempo deck then, right? That's just kind of doing shit. I think I just put in 3 Power Blasts and call it a day. I think Dress Down's probably pretty medium. I didn't see anything that Spell Pierce would have done for me there. And, you put back 1 force. No, but he's got... No, he has, like, Planeswalkers and shit, so these are probably fine. He's, like, straddling the line between this, like, kind of grindy, kind of control-y thing. Okay, so I'm 2 cards overweight. I think I am just going to cut a force since this is more of a... I'll cut 2 forces since I think this is more of a tempo plan. Yeah, we keep this. We're going to have to trust our deck to deliver. So he mulligans. Tameo. Okay, so... I mean, I would have preferred white, but... Yeah, okay, whatever. I can't complain, I guess. Beggars, choosers, that kind of thing. So it feels like he's going to try and ride this Tameo to victory again. But we'll see. We'll see how that goes. We shall see, we shall see. Okay, so that's probably... I'm scanning that as... what's it called? Okay, I think I'm going to try and Prismatic Ending this and Spell Pierce. Because that's going to require a pretty specific set of cards for him. And I see the Spell Pierce being pretty good. And it also knocks him off of Bowmaster for the turn if he goes for a Brainstorm. Okay, just gonna let it happen. That's fine. So he's probably what? He's probably going to just get a clue. He's either going to cash in a clue or Bowmaster, one of the two. Okay, he's doing that. That's fine. Sure. He got his 2 for 1. It's pretty slow, though. I think next turn, it's probably just Stoneforge, try and hold up Spell Pierce again. Back to Basics is good, but walking a 3-drop into a Daze when I haven't, like, probed out the hand or anything seems needlessly risky. Delta. Okay, so yeah, this smells like I just have like this Bowmaster that I'm trying to get value from, for better or worse. Okay, I just play the island. Let's just Stoneforge Mystic and see what he wants to do. I'll Spell Pierce a removal spell that he points at it. We get Cauldron. We already have Cryptic Code as our portable answer, and I'm not under any threat. All right, so what could it be? Could it be a Bowmaster? Wow, it's nothing. All right. Honestly, not sure what to make of that. Green carpet. Okay, cool. Swords, yeah, sure. Okay. White, blue. He's gonna ponder. So I think a back to basics is pretty good next turn. I can start cutting him off colors, like he won't get. Yeah, back to basics with Spell Pierce backup looks pretty good, I think. Then he'll have like blue, white, black, and he'll have to start making some odd color decisions that he probably doesn't want to have to deal with. If he didn't have to. I mean, carpet's still pretty good, don't get me wrong, but like, I can't imagine he's like happy to be dealing with it, you know? Oh, he's just putting in another carpet. Okay, so in this case, he probably has it covered. Okay. Is that all he's doing? Okay. Cool. 2 white. Okay, that's a Spell Pierce. That's a very clean Spell Pierce. If he dazes here, that's fine, I think. I have Jason, I can probably outmuscle. Okay, so I'm basically positive he doesn't have daze. So while the getting's good, we're just gonna chase it up in here. There's my Brainstorm that you can't punish. And whoa, these cards are freaking terrible. So what do I want to do? I can counterbalance next turn. So I'm going to do Stoneforge under counterbalance and try and protect a Jace Brainstorm next turn. Because I feel like that's how he might crawl back into this. Oh god, it is a Doomsday deck. Okay. So if it's a Doomsday deck, what can I do here? I feel like I can still just leave shit on counterbalance and leave it on 2. Yeah, okay. I don't... Can he do it right now? He might be. He might be able to kill me right now. I'm not sure. So Doomsday makes a lot of sense now. Even this was, like, kind of an odd presentation of it in my mind. So, let's see. He's going to Tameo. Okay, so what do we need to do here? We got 1 card in hand. Blue, counterbalance, right? That's the first step. Now we Brainstorm. All right. So I can now, so I need that Tundra, so I'm going to put back Cauldron Complete under Stoneforge Mystic. I'm going to put this island out there. And we're going to pass, and we're going to leave a 2 on top for the rest of this game. If he can't kill me this turn, I feel pretty comfortable because then I'll be able to just bounce between a 2 and a 1 on top. Okay, so I'm just going to keep brainstorming because whatever his plan is, I'm pretty sure it doesn't involve an Orcish Bowmaster. Blue. Okay. Cool. No, I won't. That's going to resolve. My biggest threat right now is a Veil, I think. That can still jack me up pretty good. Okay. Don't care about you. Care about you, I'll do it later. Okay, so this one I do care about. I'm gonna go Island Brainstorm. So I'm gonna do Cauldra under Cryptic Code. That's countered. Maybe I don't care about that because all I want to stop is the... Okay, Thoracle. Okay, so cast counter target blue spell. He has no cards in hand, so he can't like deal with this. Okay, cool. Pick through that one. Yeah, him not having Veil was probably game breaking. I just didn't want to deal with that Teferi. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I should have just Pyroblasted that and then kept the top of my deck open for whatever I needed it to be. But only having one Brainstorm was kind of like iffy for me. I don't know how to feel about that one. Maybe there was like a misplan there somewhere. I probably should have read combo earlier and not mid-range, but he just... Yeah, because what else plays Street Wraith? It's got to be Doomsday, right? Like, there's just nothing else that is even, like, remotely in the ballpark that wants to, like, do that thing. Okay, yeah. For future going forward. Yeah, kids, so there's another reason why counterbalance is good. You only have so many counters, and you just need, like, an engine. I'm going to step away for a second. Waiting for League, waiting for League. Face of Bear. Okay. Would I like to play first? Yes. Seems fine. I'll probably just play a basic Plains out to maybe juke that I'm D&T. Although, I feel like... I kind of get why Boba has alts now, because I'm pretty sure that now that I have any placements, they just Google you and they know. But maybe that's the maybe that's just something I gotta get used to. So we'll just play it right. We'll just play the Plains, and we'll say, "Come at me, bro." Kind of want to hit some more lands. I've got 8 cantrips, 18 lands, 26, so it's basically a 50-50. I got a 50-50 to hit a land next turn, or a cantrip. Either way is fine with me. Okay, that's not terrible. We're going to do Stoneforge. I assume this is going to die, and because I don't have a cantrip or anything to ditch whatever I find, I'm just going to say that it's going to be Cryptic Coat, so that I have maybe something I can do. So 18 lands, 8 cantrips, so we're just over a 50-50 to draw land. Nothing's guaranteed, but, you know, hey, I want to land. Whoa, Painter? Is this what we're doing? Blood Moon. Okay. Blood Moon's annoying, but fine. Is he just gonna, like, Fury or something? Yeah, okay, so it's Fury. He's going down to, like, 4 cards to do this. Okay. So, Cryptic Code is still very much in play. If I get any land, I can get rid of this Blood Moon, but I don't even know if I want to. I'm definitely just, like, in the market for a land to even play Cryptic Coat. Okay, I mean, that's not nothing. Okay, boom, 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 boom. So what can I put back? I'm probably gonna play Cryptic Coat next turn, so I'm gonna try and bury the Volk under that. It's either gonna be Cryptic Coat or, you know, Jace is probably just dumb too. If he follows up, well, he can't follow up with a One Ring. Okay, sure. Yeah. So we just say no to that shit. Doesn't even matter. I don't care. I don't give a fuck. We literally just do not care about this Blood Moon. It's kind of hilarious. Draw 3. Dress down. Yeah, dress down could be pretty good. Another island too. So we're just gonna put like these 2 back. I do not want that volcanic island. Yeah, that Blood Moon I don't even like care about anymore. So what could he do? A One Ring is a potential that we have to think about. Okay. Cool. So what are you gonna do here? Blue, white, red. He's gonna evoke. Okay, so he's gonna like fling this Fury for a shit ton of damage. Okay, and then he's like done after this. Alright, cool. So it's not lethal. It's a lot of damage, but it's not lethal. Oh, he did that wrong, I think. I think he's supposed to do that after. Yeah, I think he did that Fury wrong, because you're supposed to, like, fling the Fury, I think. But in either case, he's, like, totally gassed out now. So we do blue, white, red. Prismatic ending. Just completely disrespecting Blood Moon. And then I have anything I want to do next turn. You know, Fable is kind of annoying. I'm not gonna lie about that. I can do, what can I do? Kind of annoying when they top deck that good. Red, blue, Jace. Jace says bye-bye. And then can kind of filter a little next turn. The next turn it's Narset. Draws a card, discards Chalice. Yeah, Chalice isn't very good here. So we're gonna maximize our draws out of Narset, I think. Do I even care? You know what? I just wanna, you know what? Let's just yeah, let's get some draws out of Narset. I feel better about that. Narset. We're gonna dig pretty deep into our deck for shit here. Yeah, I take swords. Jason Brainstorm. Hey, cool, a basic mountain. How neato is that? So I think I can put these two away pretty comfortably. Yeah, okay, he's done playing this game now. So he's like red Stompy. Consign to stop like his furies and shit or whatever. Blue Blast is obviously good. I think that's really all that I need here. Deck is pretty solid. Dress down is probably questionable. You know, maybe not. There's a lot of these Saga decks running around with Blood Moon, so I'm gonna say bet that he has that. Consigns are kind of iffy though. This feels like the kind of thing that would play the One Ring, so I am just gonna keep that in. He's going too fast for Counterbalance to do anything, I think. I'm on the draw, so Spell Pierce is maybe, but I already have that in Consign. Okay. I think the last card that I want to get rid of. Red Stompy. Red Stompy, huh? I think it might just be a dress down. I'm just gonna. I don't think he has it, but maybe I'm wrong. This feels like a lot more of an all-in red Stompy deck. So the problem, I have my blue mana. I kind of want white in case he does Blood Moon. So that would definitely be an issue if he did. I'm going to keep this. So let's see what he wants to do here. Okay, so a white source makes this a lot easier, but we're not going to get it. Ponder. Okay, so we're just going to take it like this, and a Blood Moon isn't great, but I kind of think that after last game he might have backed off them. I say this as he cast Blood Moon probably. Okay, Fable. Fable's not great, but it's probably survivable. So we're just gonna Prismatic Ending this thing. I want to get my planes out anyway. That thing's donezo. Okay, so he's just discarding Blood Moons and shit. So he's just not in on the Blood Moon plan. Or, I mean, maybe he is, but maybe he isn't. Haste. Okay, I'm just going to cast Brainstorm this turn. I'm going to just cast Brainstorm, see what's what. Okay, so I like all these cards. I think I probably do Force Pitch a Jace, and then I can keep Blue Blast, Snap Blue Blast as an option. Jace seems like the most hopeful. Chalice? Yeah, Chalice. Cool. So, what do we want to do with this now? So Chalice is actually kind of inconvenient since I was leaning on Blue Blast to do a lot of heavy lifting here. I can snap, get rid of that. Okay, yeah, so I still have a pretty decent plan here. I'm just gonna bounce it. And then I can snap, get rid of that. Yeah, this way I can... Oh yeah, no, I don't have mana. Or I already played my land for turn, yeah. Unsummoning that feels awful, but we'll see what we got to do here. This could get pretty awkward for me, depending on what he has. Chalice is kind of dicking me over right now, actually. Chalice. Okay, so he's just putting Chalice back in. It's fine. Disruptor Flute. Okay. Jace. Oh, it's a fairy. Okay. Yeah, I mean, that seems fine by me. So how do I want to do this? I can do... You can do some pretty fucking... You can do some pretty fucked up shit next turn. So I think it's probably a Jace unsummon. And then we can talk about a brainstorm to figure out how the hell I get out of this. Because I feel like this is how... That's... Depending on what else in his hand that's very threatening to me. And then next turn, I can brainstorm and try and set up my lands better. If I can turn the corner on this one, I think I'll be okay. Emphasis on the word think. What do I put in the board? Would I sideboard differently? Dress down. That's a 3/3. Not really. Fury, probably. Pyroglyph. Okay. Okay. Kills Chase. Not surprising there. Powered. Damn. That is a swole boy. Okay. So if I draw land next turn, I'm actually okay here. His last thing is... I need a blue source. Oh no, so he's just casting it now. Okay, cool. Oh wow, wait, what happened to the... He discarded? I'm so confused. Oh, it's under Chrome Mox. Yes, okay, yeah, sure. Okay. Wow, okay. So can I even get out of this? Whenever this creature... Yeah, okay, so he's got this one. Okay, so... How do I do this differently? Dress down's pretty good. These endings are kind of embarrassing, actually. But you kind of need some amount of them. I think I'm cutting the back to basics to make this work. I'll keep one since he has basic mountains. Yeah, I think this is how I do it. There's still some troublesome artifacts you just like have to deal with. I can't just like let him... Yeah, that game, like the Chalice... Maybe I should have brainstormed. Yeah, I don't know about that one. Okay, so red Stompy. I think this is a keep. So we drew our one back to basics, so maybe he goes in on something that he shouldn't. I'm definitely gonna play this Flooded Strand out and just get a Plains. And then my mana is pretty much under me from that point on. He has so many soul lands though, so maybe back to basics is good enough. Okay. Maybe I shouldn't have cut it, but I mean I have it now, so it's just whatever. Okay, so let's see what he does here. Trading off games here. What are we doing here? Shatter Skill Summit. Okay. Well, so far so good. I'm not gonna crack yet. I might draw a Brainstorm and want to use this fetch for something. Okay. This isn't the worst. Chalice. Sure. So he can't... So the neat part is he can't Red Blast anymore. So I'm going to start cutting him off lands now. I don't even know if he has the Red Blast, honestly, but at this point I'm just going to... we are going to do the old back to basics here and start crimping his style. I can get rid of that Chalice of the Void on my own time. But, okay, so, yeah, looks like that his own Chalice is locking him out. Stoneforge. Okay. Yes. Cauldra. Cool. So here's a question. If he furies, would I dress down? Because it turns off the evoke. Okay. Okay, yeah, this I just dressed down. Yeah, now this I dressed down. I'm gonna get a mountain just in case I need to prismatic ending this for whatever reason. I'm gonna dress down. So it's not gonna have menace, it's not gonna have haste. Okay, cool. So we're just gonna get rid of this because there's... Is there anything he can do that scares me? No, we'd have to have like Soul Land again. I'm just gonna prismatic ending this guy. And then I can keep Consign up in case he tries to Fury this. He hasn't indicated he has a Soul Land, so he would have to draw a Soul Land now, and then also happen to hit his whatchamacallit, his broadside. Okay, so that's step one. Unfortunate. But we still have the answer to that. Sure. I don't think it's worth prismatic ending this. I'm gonna ponder though. Oh, whoopsie. Okay, yeah, I forgot about that. I just threw that away. So I'm gonna let him loot, and then I'm just gonna start putting in Stoneforge shit. So Consign can also stuffs out the Fable of the Mirror Breaker flip. Because that is a triggered ability like this. Okay, so he just pitches a One Ring because he can't cast it. Well, we knew he probably had that. Okay, so he's got 2 mountains. Can't really attack. I mean, he could, but he's gonna just suicide his guy. He knows that. Okay, so he must be... He must be really interested in getting this treasure token. So I'm just going to take the 2. And we're going to see where this goes. Okay. Cool. She's got 1 card, 4 mana. What is this, like a Pyroglyph, maybe? Yeah, so Pyroglyph is going to enter. It's going to trigger an ability. So I have to pay 2 for this. Oh, so he's just going to hit me with it. Interesting. I can take 4. Yeah, I can take 4. He's probably relying on this Fable to come in and fix shit for him. Okay. So here's this Batter Skull. Okay, so I'm going to pass. So I'm definitely countering this, like, flip thing when it happens. So important to note here, because of this chalice, I can't just consign. I have to consign and then replicate. Okay. Spend blue, red. So the chalice counters the first consign, but the replicate ability still goes on the stack. Same targets. Whack. Okay, cool. And you get that countered. That's fine. Fable doesn't flip. Fable again. I mean, okay, sure. I can handle that too. That's not going to be a problem. Here's Cauldron. So I'm just going to glue Batterskull onto Cauldrons, just start cracking in for a shit ton of life. Quit 5. There you go. Oh, wait, no, I don't have that. What am I doing? Okay, so what are my options here? 1, 2, 3, 4. I think it's just a Jace on summon. Here's a Jace. If he puts it back into play, he just nukes the Jace. If he doesn't, it hangs out, and I have another consign. So I'm going to put him in a position where he needs the land, where he needs to draw the land, like right now. I also want to pressure here. So he'll need a land right now to figure this out. And even then, he still hasn't gotten that far ahead of things. It's still going to eat up his turn. Oh, so he can draw some land, so he'll probably hit it then. I'd probably fuck that up. Oh no, he'll definitely hit it because he gets these shamans. It's fine. Okay. So that was a pretty bad fuck up. So now he's going to probably just cast it and nuke my Jace, I guess. The One Ring. Okay. That's a thing. Okay. Okay, cool. So there's no point spending mana. Alright, so what do I want to do? I can do blue, blue, red. That's Narset. Let's make that a whole lot worse for him. I can take it to Fairy. I can Jace. Okay, cool. Okay, so I'm pretty sure nothing bad can happen now. Pretty sure, he says. Nothing bad can happen. What's the worst that could possibly happen? So I'm going to consign his Fable. So same thing. Counter that. Nope, can't draw. Nice try. Everybody forgets something. He forgot my... I already threw away a Ponder into the Chalice, and he forgot about this one reactivation. That's probably going to kill him next turn if I had to guess. So he's going to go all in on this next Pyroglyph. So this is what this is. He's going to Pyroglyph on 4. I'll take some life, please. Then we force, and then we give him the bad news. I mean, does Pyroglyph even... What does Pyroglyph even do here? I mean, I guess it... I'm just not going to fuck with this thing. I can win if I counter this, so I'm just going to do that. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe there's like some way I can finesse it, but it's also possible that by finessing it, I do something really fucking dumb and then throw away a game. Okay, so far so good. We're infinite again. Fun to see. Maybe we can go for a few extra chests here. God, I feel like I could have won this one against Steel Cutter somehow, but I guess we'll never know now. Right, I'm going to be right back while I queue for another game. Okay, last round of the league. What are we doing here? Yes, I would like to play first. Okay, yeah. I'm a little thin on removal, but, well, not a little thin. I don't have any. Counterbalance next turn would be pretty sweet. The time will tell if it's worth brainstorming for. Once upon a time. Okay. If this is Eldrazi, then I might... The Eldrazi is about as close to unwinnable as you can get, but Back to Basic is a key card that helps with that. Oh, it's Nadu. Okay, cool. Birds of Paradise. Sure. Okay, so what do we want to do here? Let's brainstorm. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to put Teferi under Counterbalance, and we can stop a 3-drop, hopefully. So this is the kind of matchup where I want fire in. He's got a bunch of like little critters that go with the Nadu. It's also where I want Wrath of the Skies. So island, counterbalance. Okay, so there's a 3 on top. I'm hoping he goes for the 3-drop. If he doesn't, he doesn't. Feed me a free card. No, I won't. Okay, this back to basics is looking pretty foolish right now, unfortunately. Gosh. I would not like to use it. Pretty annoying. Okay, so what do I do here? So he's clearly gearing up for a Nadu turn. He has the combo on board. So I think first step is to ponder. Okay, cool. We're going to get set up here. Arid Mace is terrible now. Then to Fairy. Now this. Oh yeah, we know he has a Nadu because of Once Upon a Time. I hope he guns it. He might be taking it kind of cautiously though. With me pondering and all that shit. I am gonna pitch. I am gonna force this thing. This is a pain in the ass to deal with. No, I will not use its ability. He knows it's not a 1. I should get a plunge here. So I can still disrupt the combo pretty good. I can bounce the Nomads. So then he has to... Okay. So this counterbalance is probably still giving him food for thought. Feels pretty flimsy though. Okay. Yes, I will. Okay, so that's probably game losing right there. Yeah, I just didn't get any removal, sadly. Yeah, and then he's gonna do that. He's gonna flip over his deck. Okay, yeah, you got me. Okay, so that's what happens when you don't have removal, unfortunately. So here's what we're gonna do: Fire Magic, Wrath of the Skies, 3 Red Blasts, and let's take it from there. So what do I remove? Spell Pierce, pretty bad. I guess Counterbalance. Dress Down's pretty good. I don't think we're getting into a grindy game here. This is definitely just a straight up combo, I kill you thing. Which leaves us 1 card short. I'm going to say Prismatic Ending is probably not very good here. Yeah, let's send it in with this. All right, he's probably thinking. I don't think I showed him Stoneforge, so hopefully that's good enough to scare him. Did I not hit something? No, I definitely did. Okay. Okay, I can work with this. It's not great, but at least having some removal is good. I'll just put this into play first. Probably just has like another, just a 1-drop. I don't think I want to spend removal on his birds or similar. Now, if it's a Nomad's in core, that's different. Okay. So I don't think I spend mana on that. Or removal on that. Do I? No, I think it's... I think I'm worried enough about counters that I'm probably just not going to do that. So let's see what he wants to do here. I need to figure out like how to beat these Nadu decks. I know how to beat them, but like I have a pretty good handle on what you're supposed to do versus say Beanstalk. I have a much less clear idea of what that plan is against this deck. Okay, cool. So these are all just a bunch of little dorks. They're not doing anything. I'm just going to thin down a little. Let me get basic planes here. Okay. Let's lead off with a brainstorm and see where this takes me. Okay. This Cauldron's terrible. So I guess we put these two back. We play Island. Oh, no, we can't. Oh, we can't. Okay. So then my options are... I'm going to have to plow something next turn. Probably the Shepherd, I think. I mean, these things are all maybe a little bit scary, but they're not... They're not killing me like the Nadu out is. I mean, next turn I have to like Stoneforge. I don't want to redraw that Cauldron. I really don't. Yeah, so these are the matchups that you want, like your Fire Magic. Like Fire Magic would have cleaned house, or Wrath, but I do not have them, alas. Well, Wrath wouldn't even do it because I don't have white-white, so that's kind of unfortunate. This guy's taking forever. So I'm priced into spending this white mana somewhere. I just don't know where yet. My gut is that it's probably Allosaurus Shepherd. That's my gut. He has no parts of the combo assembled, which is reassuring. So maybe it is Jace next turn. Brainstorm. Hope to get a blue card. Okay. So there's nothing that can target it yet. It's gonna take 2 here. Okay, take 3. It's fine. So I feel like we're priced into doing this. So he's going to flip a card over. Jesus. Okay. Well, yeah, or you can just do that. That's fine too. Oh, boy. Okay, so I guess we are drawing that fucking... So what can I do? I can Prismatic Ending, and I can count it on the way down. Yeah, I guess I'm drawing that fucking... Cauldra. So the fetch lands didn't quite line up correctly for me on this one. I'm definitely forcing a Nadu. I'm really quite unhappy about it, but I mean, I don't know what else to do in this situation. He's got 6 cards. He doesn't have, well, he has access to blue mana through Noble. That much is true. I wonder why he brought in Liberator. I don't think he saw like Stoneforge or anything. Spring Heart and 2 go. Okay, so he's just going into this thing. Okay. So he's gonna try and like 3 me down. Cool. All right. So I'm definitely getting Cryptic Coat. So I have something to pitch to force, and I don't know, maybe there's like a world where I can like Jace out of this somehow. Sure. Okay, so he's got a bunch of shit, but like nothing that is gonna force through a Nadu unless his hand is like Nadu force blue card exactly, which does put him on in a bit of a pickle. We're just gonna Stoneforge Mystic here. Yes. We're just gonna get Cryptic Coat here. I'd rather not force pitching Cryptic Coat, but he also didn't see creatures last game, and it's quite possible that he might not have thought that this would happen. I'm just trying to worm my way into like a Jace activation somehow, some way. Give me something. Like a Wrath or that fire card that I was talking about are fucking, or that fire card is fucking crazy here. Yeah, sure. I take 4. Okay, cool. Okay, so he's just creating a shit ton of 1/1s. Okay, so like 2 Outland Liberators now. Jesus. Okay, what is the fucking wording on this goddamn card? So I do 1, 2, 3, cryptic code. Okay, so I can still kill a lot of shit right now, so I'm not gonna do it. One, two, three, four. So I can Jace, unsummon that, and then okay. So I think I see what I like. So I am going to white, blue, blue. I'm going to Jace. Jace is going to unsummon that garbage. Goes nowhere. And then hopefully he only attacks with his Frenzied Trapper next turn. Ugh. Yikes. Okay, I think I have to untap with Jace to win here, so if this is what it, if he has Nadu, you know, whatever, I guess that's how the cookie crumbles. He's gonna have to have Nadu plus combo out. Maybe he's been holding it for a while. I somehow doubt it, but I've been oh so wrong before. Okay, cool. Copy. Okay, neat. Nadu, one unknown. If I can get a brainstorm, please give me a brainstorm. All right, so this attack step is going to determine probably where this game goes. Just attack with Outland Liberator. That's all you need to do. You're okay. Shh. Don't think about it, baby. All right, so remember how I was shit-talking this Cauldron earlier? Oh, please be good enough. Okay. Cool. So Liberator's gone. He can't destroy this enchantment. Did I maybe pull this off? Let's see. Okay. Oh no, does he have it? I always have it. No, okay. Maybe? Come on, give me a break here. All right. Well, okay, so now it's pretty much Wrath of the Skies, Firaga, or Bust, right? Okay, Jace Brainstorm. Produce. Okay. Not the worst, not the best. Back to basics is certainly a hammer. Put Island, Stoneforge back. I'm going to do blue, blue, red. Okay, so let's start with plowing. Okay, so this kind of puts us in a bit of a bind. This Jace probably is not sticking around, so we can just accept that. But holy moly, that's a lot of fucking damage coming my way, right? So this Nadu's got to go. I think this Nadu's got to go. Okay. Got another one. All right. Then we're going to do blue, blue, red, back to basics. I feel like I've lost this, though. Can he just, like, kill me this turn? So if he wants to pay 1 to sacrifice it, he can. Or he can suicide it 3. I might not have enough to fucking survive here. Yeah, that Jace needed... I'd probably still lose here. That Jace needed to find me something a lot better than what it did find. Yeah, Fire or Wrath would have been the things I needed here. So, 1, 2, 3... What is this? 7 or more cards. Okay, wait, why are we tapping this? What does this do? It's like some kind of weird evoke shit. What is this? I don't like whatever this is. I guarantee it's not good for me. Okay. 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 Well, I'm not dead. And there's definitely a lot of ways that I can get out of this with another brainstorm. Okay, well, Big Daddy Jace, you want to bail me out here, buddy? Draw 3. That ain't it. Golly, these are just terrible fucking cards. Island. Blue, white. Blue, white. So he's not untapping next turn, so I probably just got to put this back. Stoneforge Mystic. Okay. Yes. Oh shit, I don't have it. Okay, he just wins. Damn, yeah, I just needed to find outs. I just couldn't. Okay, 3-2. Infinite. Still acceptable. I'm not thrilled by my Nadu play, but I just needed to find one of my sweepers, and I didn't. That's all there is to it. The answers that I found were not very good either, so okay, is what it is. Thanks for watching.